Huh. I think there would be some 1 or 2 person would be looking at, oh, now this time 3 person are there. I'm sure that these person are fake because every time I stream, I start streaming, these all guys appears at once and increasing their number. But first of all, talking about reality, um, starting from thanking all of, are you fucking serious? Are these guys are real? Ah, these guys are not real. Nice. Okay. The thing is that after so many fucking days, I got just so relaxed of my disease OCD, which had completely solved. By the way, some percent is remaining still, and if all of it get cured, so the rest can also be cured for sure. And this is the best fucking truth of our mind plasticity, best fucking truth of the world. What was the phrase? परिवर्तन ही जीवन का नियम है, परिवर्तन ही ब्रह्मांड का नियम है. That's what I want to say. Not for showing off, but that what I think about myself now. At least I had developed some um, sincerity and some honesty towards myself, and also some confidence. After that, I am really able to believe in myself a little bit, I would say. But there is a loophole which can be started, or I would say that there's a fear I had within inside me that it can be started. It is holding me back, keeping me so active that I didn't have my sleep from last 2 days. Still, I'm very active. I do not know that either I will be able to have my sleep. But let's see. It's all about fate, but not being nervous. I really have come very far from my path while judging myself and thinking or bad mouthing about myself until one genuine, not genuine, genuine, one genuine advice just came to me, and this is from nowhere. This is not from nowhere. I ran for that. I have to accept this is not for developing the ego, but this is to accept your own. Um, okay, this is to accept your own hard work and determination, willpower to get cured and to get rid of that OCD thing, and not um, letting it win. I rushed to the psychologist. I did not hold myself back. I express whatever I can at that moment of time. Even I was suffering from OCD. It was very hard for me to explaining the things I want to explain in front of my psychologist. And this is very important to focus in your own brain and looking inside your own thoughts, dissecting it from every side to explain your points very precisely without not getting confused or not getting nervous in front of people. even though I can be nervous in front of my acquaintance with, because I think about myself. I do not think that they would, what would they think. I think about myself. That's why it is very also difficult for me to explain things to my acquaintance. But from the past few days, since I have had completely, I would say completely cured my OCD, not cured my self doubt completely, but almost, almost completely. But in recent past few days, I have seen myself that I was very um, full or very fond. That was his fond. I do not know. I do not know. Um, um, yes, the fond. I was very fond of humor. I was kind, not kind. I was really able to explain things very deeply, very point to point, and make it very meaningful. I was able to dissect every thoughts of mine. I was able to create the story from nothing to something or to a great thing from my brain. Like right now, I was creating the whole sentences, speaking out the words. But here came the twist that there is a fear within inside me that I can lose this skill, which is motivating. I would not say motivating, which is provoking me, that I should thinking all the time to get in the flow and get it developed in such a way that it would not lost again, that you had lost earlier in the subducing hospital. I would say that I'm now more meaningful, sincere, um, very serious about my future, and thinking very carefully to everything. And I completely take it, trying to take it very easy whenever I do not recall something or do not able to learn something. I completely try to accept that the fact that it is okay. Um, I do not have the mood, and I can take it easy for the now. I do not have to stress my brain, because in stress my brain doesn't work. So that's why I tried these, but subconsciously I'm afraid that I can lose these skills. And if I'm afraid, for sure, like earlier times, I would try to get to try to ignore these sounds within my brain. But I want to completely honest with myself, completely focus on my thoughts without getting feared of judged by any kind of thoughts outside there, or even judged by my own thoughts, completing every thoughts, counter counteracting to every thoughts that I think about, that I thought about myself, every kind of um, strategies I can make while listening and while watching any person while working. It is true that I'm not regular to this thing, and I do not have that habit from my childhood. I just recently developed it after suffering from depression from past 1 year, I would say, less than a year. But it was so horrible that I cannot forget, and that's why, as a defense mechanism, which was active at that time, um, like so much, those threat system has been not completely deactivated, but has been weakened. So the fear and the thought process is not bothering me at all, but it is trying to provoke me to keep in the flow state, in the active state, without getting disturbed by any kind of negative things. So yeah, that's true that I am getting rid of so many negative things in my life. I try to think from every angle, to every thought which can create a beauty, um, different pathway to act upon, to get reached to the conclusion without any biasness. I have a fear that I can develop a ego which had a good thing at certain level of time, but doubting your own thoughts at every time and trying to complete it so that your ego would not develop, that is a wrong thing, because I'm trying to ignore my feeling once again. So I should take it easy and complete every sentence, not forcefully, but very naturally within my brain, so that it would be very much easy for me to get in the natural state and it would not bother me at all. I do not have to fear that I would lose this skills, because even if I lost this, means the skill had not been developed. So I'm in the phase that I'm developing the skills. So that day would not be very long, far from myself, that when it came, that it would be no longer be very difficult for me to grasp the um, the topic, or grasp the technique of mine, to focus on my thoughts completely and think very rationally and very logically, to get into the conclusion what is best for me according to the morale which I have been developed by reading so many books, so many religious texts, and dissecting everything. And from when I have been developed the skills of dissecting the thoughts, visualizing the thoughts within my head, it is very much easy to move on to the next thought, to ignore a specific thought, not completely, but I would say 90%. It was very, it has became very easy to recall things, to made up the things, to put into a single sentence. But it is only possible when I am not triggered, I'm not um, scared by a word triggered. It has been uh, I haven't recalled that, I forget. um, Triggered, I have not been triggered. uh, when I get triggered when I'm talking to myself, because I'm talking to myself, because I think that if I would not talk to myself, I would lose that internal monologue, the good internal monologue. While thinking on the paper, from the earlier times, I have been seen that it was very much easy and very clear to thought of, because there is a proof that I have been think of this thing, and it would be very much easy to recall after reading that. It is a good technique or habit to have, and I would say that I will appreciate that. But it is also creating, developing a fear within inside me, that even if I do not write while thinking, I would forget, or I would not make able to make the sentence, or I would able to be very biased, because it is very difficult to see your voices inside your to see within your voices and differentiate mentally, because mentally the mind is very fast. It is very hard to be picky, but when you write something, your thinking, your cognitive become little slower, and when you try to write something, you had pick one thing so you can go towards that thing. It would be very much easy to think of those things, and that is required while negotiating, while talking to someone. It is required to develop these kind of skills. It need practice. It need not scared of things. It need analyzing, not forcefully, but naturally every time, and find the best way out for yourself, for everyone, and not developing the ego. And it would be achieved by not fearing it, but encouraging the mistake you have been done, and not ignoring like I do not want this feeling. You have to completely acknowledge that you will remember, yes, this kind of thought had came me in the past, and I have dealt with this feeling completely. Now this kind of feeling does not ignore me. I live with complete love with others. I provide love. um, I am rather rational and sense making, at least to myself. I do not have to make sense to everybody else out there. I have to take everyone's opinion very neutral, in the neutral way, and be in the natural way, that not fearing that I would lose that neutral way. I had to develop, not to retain it. I had to adapt. I had to be natural, but not retain it forcefully, um, like a sponge. Like there are some leaking parts, and a sudden shock can leak out all the water from those sponge. But I want to be like, be more like adsorbent or absorbent, who can absorb the moisture, even the little kind of discomfort or moisture or thought. He can capture it, completely acknowledge it, and completely deal with that. I do not get scared of. Definitely, it requires some practice, but practice not with fear, practice with determination, practice with goal, practice with clear intent, not letting yourself down, that the people around or out, externally yourself, can make you sick, make you bothered, make you terrified, make you troublesome, or make you irritated. You do not have to. Okay, yes. Okay. Uh, I was thinking about something else. You do not have to think about those negative points. You only have to hear them and your positive voice. But the only condition is not getting feared by it. That was the take I would like to say, or to present. From there, I had recall that um, I remember that from all of my colleagues, the highest salary I have been achieved, it was kind of luck, because I was scared. It was not my 100%, but I'm damn sure that I can give more out of it. I can be and I can perform more naturally, and more fast, react more fast, retain more, and analyze more precisely and more better than the most of the employee there. And even if I could not understand or even perform better than them, I would devote myself to completely to those things, to reach that stage, or to um, obtain that skill that I do not possess. That was the thinking I need to develop and adapt naturally. And even though if I would not able to achieve all of those things which I desire to achieve, and which more likely that I believe that I can achieve my life in my life. If I develop a belief, a strong belief within myself, I can completely ignore all of the negatives and completely adapt all of the kinder self, the honest self, and very skilled personality, which everybody would appreciate, and which do not contain any kind of arrogance, do not contain any kind of fear, and open to every criticism, every fallback, even to self talks, toxic self talk. Deal with every kind completely, in such a way that I would be completely aware or completely familiar with every kind of problem that I face. This is very hard, sounds very hard, because it is also very distracting. While writing, I have been seeing that my mind is jumping from very different, various kind of things from my childhood to solve or to understand the thing I have been understand right now. My All of the past memories, all of the failures, all of different kind of criticism that I received from the people, different kind of behavior, different kind of actions I have been performed with my friends, with my teachers, with my family, with my friends. I have been justifying very nicely, but the point is that my mind is jumping so many conclusions and clearing out so many thoughts. In these way, I'm not bothered. By the way, I can completely um, can make up or can um, um, have my work done, or can take it along with my academics with no higher level of strains. But yeah, it is very distracting. Although I have been developed a nice recalling power, so it is very easy for me to get back to the point, and not I'm not bringing ADHD, not again, because I have seen that what kind of potential I can retain within myself if I can believe in myself, if I can dissect my every thought, not letting my guard down, seeing every thoughts leading, or um, uh, or okay, I forgot. um, and leading it to very end, to conclude not to reach at the certain conclusion, which would be remembered by me, because I have seen that recalling is easy, remembering is easy, understanding it, is easy, creating internal monologue is easy for now, for not for now. Creating internal monologue is easy, but creating only positive internal monologue had not been achieved within myself, because negative internal monologue is provoking or making more emotions to me, even though positive internal monologues is also motivating me to create more positive internal monologue. And negative internal monologue, which I am been suppressing, there's a sense of threat my brain is creating, which is bringing back that same thought to myself, while also talking to somebody, listening their opinions. I somewhere get not confused but feared that my opinions would clash with them, and I can be fall into some kind of not fight, but internal clashes, which at certain point shift my attention from those points, because that is not natural for me to have fight with my own opinions in at the front end, to backing up thousands of thoughts related to that, and working on that at certain speed, that you can gain certain dominance without insulting or hurting anybody's opinions, and being non-biased and completely agreeing with their points, because completely agreeing also with their points helps in sales, helps in business to crack a deal, because you do not have to feel your client that they are being um, um, followed, they are being crushed or under the feet, or have the down hand, upper lower hand, sorry, have the lower hand in this deal. You have to keep supporting him equally at every part, that he would think that yes, he is having the business to make him believe, to not also make him believe, make yourself also believe. We can do it simultaneously, by the way. We have to take it on, or we have to remember, or we have to not keep reminding yourself. You have to be careful, even though you cannot recall at the moment. We can try at least, if we will not get bothered um, by not recalling of the necessary things. We can learn how to not bothered by those kind of things, because I can see that the way I can talk it, or the way I can create the stories with my words, it is easy to bring up the words from my subconscious mind and to explain the things that I want to explain in front of whoever is front of me, by not offending him, and completely non-biased, and picking up a certain sides and make my deal. And also to avoid unnecessary negativity, unnecessary people who is bad mouthing, or who seems to like pulling yourself down. Anybody is bad mouthing you, or anybody is making you feel bad, if it is harmful, fight it, fight him or fight her, whoever they are. And if they do not matter at all, they have been said something in your friend circle, they have been said something in WhatsApp or message, and that doesn't matter, that you do not have any certain concern regards or related to him or her, you must ignore it. And not in that way of ignore, that I should ignore it either, uh, or it can make me suffer, means not by fearing it, but acknowledging and ignoring it, by completely internal monologue, that I should not um, indulge with these kind of people, because they are pushing me back or pulling me back into their level, and I do not like to have to go into their level. I would like to go in more uh, logical level, who is thinking in higher definition, unconsciously, even though I'm thinking very unconsciously, but I'm picking every words very carefully, and making every sentence, and it is happening all over automatically. I'm doing, not very intentionally, not being very conscious about my appearance, my thoughts, my voice also, it does matter. But I would say that it can be improved if you're not self-conscious, you're completely open to your own critiques, your own down, um, own your own disadvantage, or own your dysregularities or uh, your own what is the word, your own drawbacks, limitations. By completely acknowledging and dealing with your own limitations, we can deal with very like a true warrior and be very satisfied, be very hardworking, be very satisfied your own work because you had done nothing wrong. You're not fighting with your thoughts. You are being friends with your thoughts. You are being friends with the humans around yourself. You are considering everybody. You're considering your own thoughts. You're considering everybody's thoughts. You're considering external world very neutral path, and connecting every dots and try to create something new from what you have. And that is some forceful part I need to do, and that will come with the regular consistency and acknowledging myself. That had been completely 30 minutes. I'm been cultivating the whole stream, which can be worth or worthy, means I'm satisfied by my own words and satisfied by my own work that I had been, or the video that I have been record, that it can overpower, it can uh, create meaning, it can uh, I would say it can take over all of the videos I had made till right now. Means the hard work that I had done paid off very well. I did not achieve the fruit, and I do not really should. Uh, that should is the great idea. I should not. It is a good word because I did not achieve it yet. I desire to achieve it yet. I should not aim for the fruit. I should not looking for the fruit, looking for the appreciation at the end. Uh, I was talking about what I was talking about. There I lost the lead. Hmm. I get more conscious, by the way. Um, um, acknowledging, leading, hmm, overcome all of the videos, paid it well. It paid it well because I have been articulated these all talks, and I mean everything that I said. I'm not remembering any of the thing I want to express it. So I was saying that yes, this was completely golden video that I always want to share, and I will keep cultivating my confidence, keep cultivating my voice that I have been so many times get appraised of. Yes, I was talking about developing ego while talking. Yes, I sense some sort of developing ego while good mouthing. Is that good mouthing? By appreciating or by uh, uh, praising myself? By praising myself, I feel a little sense that I am developing a ego. Um, yes, by the way, praising yourself with your own mouth is not a great idea. You have to be in the lowest form of dignity. You do not have any dignity. You only have one wish to achieve something very um, um, very selfless, selfishlessly, selfishnessly, non-selfishless, uh, with selfishness to achieve your dreams, to get rid of impurities that you are suffering from, and to be in such a calm state that you can deal with everybody with calm behavior. Also, I had to be angry on some point of view, some point of the daily lives at where my dignity is hurt, my karma, my action is not being executed properly and getting interfered by any kind of external being out there. I do not consider myself as human being anymore. I would more likely to say myself as um, the accumulation of thoughts and the cultivation of another life. That is what I am, dealing with different kind of emotions out there and fighting with egos, bad spirits, and the angry, and making it such a friend that they would be they would be agree to live with me. They would not bother me at all, and they would also concern about me that we should not bring this right now. I, I have to accept that. I have to make them also realize, make those emotions also realize that you are most welcome, and I am not bothered at all by you, and you have complete right to show yourself at a certain moment of time. The guilty one also have the right moment that yes, I have done something wrong. I should be guilty at that moment of time. Inhibiting or preventing any of the emotions that the God had given you for the certain meaning, it it's not a great idea to block those emotions. It is better that you have to work with those emotions and work in a storyline. That and yes, to get rid of the confusion, you should not use stories because you do not have the clarity. So you should not involve story. You should involve the logic from the subconscious mind while explaining something or the thing you had completely realized or completely implemented in your life, then you can create a story completely in your brain, recalling every thought, visualizing everything that you have done. And this is the complete sense of creating perfect life, perfect storylines while dealing with people, while motivating yourself, and be in the right lane without getting being bothered. And while being bothered, let it allow to being bothered, because being bothered is nothing new. It's a normal human functions, because you are not comfortable your own emotions. uh, you are getting triggered by the emotions, by the self-talk, or expecting that there would be some chance that the things might go wrong. And that's true. It's life. Completely the things might go wrong. Maybe you can, at some point of life, you cannot able to recall the most important things of your life, and you get scared. And either way, you are not recalling the things, and after getting scared or after getting angry, you would get more scared, and there you fuck up. You are done for your life. uh, that is the point I want to explain you all, that life is very difficult, I know, but it is also very fascinating. It's also contains so many mysteries. Maybe this is mystery for you, or this is mystery for me, but not for you. This is new things for me, not for you. You have read somebody somewhere, but I had also read it at many places, but I had realized it this time, at first time. So this is new for me. I'm completely happy with that. With all of my due respect, all of the face that God had given me, all of the beard, all of the scars that God had given me, acknowledging all of this and moving forward, by enjoying my every passions, my every thoughts, my every uh, choices, creating something creative, and be very joyful, um, be very happy what I have, and what I want to create out of this. Using all of the emotions at once, at which moment those are required. So be in the right track, completely make your actions completely sins free, and lying is not a sin if it is related to my work, if it is um, making me a deal. This is the battlefield. You have to fight for yourself, and that is the thing I want to make it back up, back up it for. So yes, I'm a new kind who also admit his mistakes. Let's see how he can survive in this um, uh, cold-hearted world. I'm damn sure with my karma I can be more cold-hearted. I can also be monstrous, but in the level, I have to be in the level. 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 That's completely I want to say. Nice. That's the 45 minutes. Oh, completely golden era, golden video that I have created. Does not require validation because everybody have their own rank of actualization or thinking. Yes. And if I would not able to um, understand things, let it take it easy, let it drop for that moment of time, or be curious and let it let it explore more, um, more firmly or more genuinely, and be involved in that. It's very short life, bro. Be involved everything you can, in everything you can, experience everything you can, and also digest that part also in your free time. Okay, now this time is for my sleep. I'm devoting myself to my sleep. Thank you for watching my video. Yes, the speech was very slow because I was cultivating, or I was just justifying, or I was just creating some content out of nowhere. So it was completely new for me also, So that's why I'm not in the story making mode. I'm just in the problem solving mode. So while solving a problem, I'm being very slowly, but while in the sales or while dealing with any people out there, I would be more. I would try to be more rapid with my morale or with my rationality, meaningful rationality. Okay. So keep thinking, keep to yourself, believe in yourself. Thank you very much. Namaskaram. Bye bye. And sorry, I was cutting there from right end. Okay.